Okay, so here's some help with understanding proportions. Let's write down some equivalent ratios, such as 1/2, 2/4, 3/6, 4/8, 5/10. You see, these are all equivalent. These all equal 1/2, by the way. All I did is just multiply the same number. So for example, to go from here to there, I multiply by 2. I have to do the same thing up here. I multiply by 2. To go to the next one over here, I multiply by 3. I multiply by 4. We're not adding to both the top and bottom. We are multiplying the same number. All right, so what is a proportion? Okay, we can say that a proportion is an equation that states two ratios are equal. Okay, that's what a proportion is. It's an equation that states two ratios are equal. So for example, I could say 1/2 is the same thing as 2/4. Okay? That is a proportion. It's an equation. See, there's an equals there. It is an equation. All right, now let's go to our definition of similar, which we did yesterday. Similar means that the sides are proportional. Okay? It also means that the angles are equal. They're the same. Okay, so that's our definition. All right, now down below it says write an equation to determine if shapes are similar. If shapes are similar. That's what we're trying to do. So here's example 1. And are the shapes similar? Well, first of all, let's put some numbers in there. And I won't put any measurements, but I'll just put, let's put the number 3, 10, 1, and 5. Now we know that the angles are the same. We just want to figure out now, are the sides proportional? So let me set this up as, I'm going to do this. I'm going to start with this number, 3 to 10, 1 to 5. Okay, so I want to see if that is proportional. If this is true, that is why there is an equation symbol. I mean, that's why there's a question mark right there. Is this true? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go ahead and multiply this side by 10 and this side by 10. And that gets rid of that. So now the question is, does 3 equal, oh wait, I can reduce that, huh? 5 goes in here once, 5 goes in there twice. So it ends up being 1 times 2 is 2, so does 3 equal 2? No. No, it doesn't. So what does that tell us? Is it proportional and similar, or is it not proportional and not similar? It would be this. It's not proportional. It's not similar. See, if this was proportional, those two sides would equal each other. They don't. Therefore, it's not proportional. So the sides are not proportional. That means that it is not similar. These two shapes are not similar. The angles are the same, but not the sides. They're not proportional. Okay, let's try another one. Let's put in the measurements 2, 10, and 1, 5. Okay, and I'll just start right here. 2, 10, 1, 5. Okay, so I need to see, is this proportional, these sides? Okay, so if I multiply both sides by 10, that's gone. And 5 goes into 10. 5 goes there once, 5 goes there twice. So I am left with, on this side, I'm left with 2. On this side, I'm left with 2. Does 2 equal 2? Yes, it does. On our planet, it does. So that means that these two shapes are similar because the sides are proportional. The sides are proportional. Okay, let's go on to the next notes. Okay, so going down here. All right. The shapes below are similar. Those are these shapes, and that one's down below. They're similar. So what does that mean? What does that mean? The sides are proportional. And what else does that mean? The angles are equal. Or you could say the same. Okay, so that's what it means with these shapes down below. These shapes are similar. We're not trying to find out if they are similar because it says the shapes are similar. What does that mean? That means that the sides are proportional and the angles are the same. It tells us here, write and solve an equation to determine the missing length of a shape. All right, well, let's put in some measurements here. So our first one will be 4 inches, x inches, we don't know. The other one will be 12 and 9. Okay, so these two are similar. That means the sides will be proportional. We will use that to find this missing side. All right, so let's write out all the different possible equations we could write. We could write 4 over x equals 12 over 9. That's one thing we could write. We could also flip this to say x over 4 equals 9 over 12. Okay, what else could we do? Oh, we could start with the larger one. We could say 12 over 9. 12 over 9 is equal to 4 over x. You could write that. All right, what else could we write? We could write 9 over 12. 9 over 12 equals x over 4. Now notice what all these have in common, all these 4 possible equations we could write. Notice that the x and the 9 are in the same, they're either both on the bottom or they're both on top. Both on the bottom, both on top. Same thing with the 4 and the 12. They're either both on top or they're both on the bottom. Both on top, both on the bottom. Okay, it could be either one. But they are together. They line up together. Okay, so which one would we want to use? Which one would be the easiest to use? My suggestion would be this one right here, because x is already in the left-hand corner. That makes it easy for us. So we have x over 4 equals 9 over 12. Okay, we chose this equation because it makes x in the left-hand corner. That makes it easy for us to solve. So what I'll do is I'll multiply by 4 because I want the x by itself. So I'll just do this. Multiply by 4. That's gone. And you are left with the letter x. That's why we multiplied by 4. And on this side, this is a times, by the way. Let's see, can I reduce anything? How about 4? How about 4 goes into 12? 4 goes in here once. 4 goes in here 3 times. Hey, how about 3 into 9? Okay, so 3 goes in here once, and 3 goes in here 3 times. So what are we left with? We're left with 3 times 1 over 1. That makes it 3. So x is 3. So the missing length is 3 inches. See that? This length right here should be a 3. Okay, let's try the next one. So see that? We use proportions to find the missing length. We made an equation. Let's set up like a proportion. Because we know they're proportional. Because they are similar. Let's go to the next one. Now again, these are similar. That means the sides are proportional. We will use that to find the missing length. So, these are, let's see, this is our missing one. This will be 8 meters. Over here we have 6 meters and 2 meters. Okay, so what would be, I think it's best if we put x on the left-hand corner. Okay, so I would say x over 8, x over 8 is the same as 6 over 2. See, I'm putting these two guys up on top. X over 6, or x over 8, 6 over 2. Okay, so now we just solve for x. All right, so let's see. I will multiply by 8. That's gone. So that's going to leave us with just x by itself. And over here, we know 2 goes into 8 4 times. So we have 6 times 4 over 1. 6 times 4 is 24. So this number is 24. So the missing length is 24 meters. And that's how we do that.